Undertale. Undertale is an RPG made by Toby Fox where you play as this yellow little shit stain in a world where you can either spare everything that you fight or kill everything that you fight. It's a simple 4-hour RPG full of charming characters, beautiful music, and extremely fun fights. They even let you name the little guy, so you know I had to give him that cute name.
There we go. Is this name correct?
How did Twat get down here, you ask? He fell down a hole. I'm sure I don't need to explain Undertale, but I will anyway. All the monsters were sealed underground after having a big ol' row with humans, and now that we're down here, the monsters would like to kill us and take our soul. This is so that they can break the barrier and escape into the real world again. You can either kill them all out of joy, befriend them all out of friendship, or do a bit of both. And, really befriend. You can date? Or you can one-shot them with pure fury. You see, the game does end 3 different ways depending on what you pick. If you pick the neutral run, where you kill and spare some monsters, you end up fighting this freaky flower beast who keeps resetting your position during the fight by manipulating your save files. That is so cool. I love how this game breaks the fourth wall sometimes. If you spare everyone and you're very nice, you fight Azrael, the deceased kid of the king and queen of the monsters, who is actually the flower guy again. You know, Flowey being so important to the game's story is quite insane, considering he does try to bully you instantly at the start, but most of the time, I just wind him up. I am annoying a dead child. And look, Pacifist is 100% the best ending. You get to befriend everyone, and you even get an entire new area, something that is not in the other few endings, full of little lore tidbits for those who care, and just a cool little creepy atmosphere with these weird amalgamation monsters while it details experiments being done on monsters. But this is clearly if you really love these characters, and as much as I do like them, well, I've got some unpopular views. The main reason I enjoy Undertale and Toby Fox's games in general isn't because of the characters. Yes, I don't really care about Toriel or Sans shipping. But it's because the reason I enjoy this game so much is because of the combat system. Whether it be choosing the right act to spare an enemy and get it on your side, or just enjoying the bullet hell with the heart in the middle. This is the best part of Undertale for me. Moving this heart around to avoid attacks from various characters, all while various gimmicks throughout. When you turn blue and have to deal with gravity. When you turn yellow, you have to shoot. When you turn green, you have to shield. When you turn purple, you have to move across lines. The fights are what's most memorable to me about these games. I love all of the different runs because they end with different bosses that I have to fight. Azrael's cool because sure, it's a big character in the lore, but it's also a massive rainbow spectacle, and I'm a simple man. Make me fight a rainbow demon, I'm pretty damn happy. And this is where genocide comes into play. The genocide run involves you literally running in circles to ensure that every last monster dies, and while the majority of fights end in one attack, 2 of them stand out really tough. Determination is something that the game describes as a purely human quality. Monsters aren't able to possess it because it overwhelms them. Undyne possesses it, and she uses it to hold on to life and make herself even stronger for one of the hardest fights in the entire game. These combos are absolutely wild, although I've got some practice, so I was able to beat her first try. Then of course, there's Tumblr Sexy Man himself, Sans, a comic relief throughout the entire game who, at the end, judges you seriously. In Genocide, of course, you get the big difficult fight that all the YouTubers struggled with and raged at, and with practice, yet again, he does go down fairly quickly, although still a lot harder than Undyne. This ties into another thing that I just really like thinking about with Undertale, which is that the game remembers. If you do Genocide and follow it up with a Pacifist run, you get a different ending photo. If you kill the first boss and reload, the game knows that you've done this and reminds you that it knows. Undertale keeps track of so many little things to make sure that your actions do not go unnoticed, and it's really cool. I think it's such an interesting concept to have a game that knows when you mess with it. And of course, it wouldn't be an Undertale video without mentioning the beautiful soundtrack composed by Toby Fox here, and they complement the fights that I love so much so well. Asgore's fight is brilliant with a brilliant soundtrack behind it, and my favorite area of the game, Core, has both. It's a really cool looking blue futuristic area with this amazing soundtrack in the back that you're hearing right now, along with a bunch of stronger enemies throughout. And the music never stops throughout these fights either. It doesn't swap to a certain battle music because it's so close to the end it wants you to feel that tension. Difficult fights, banger tunes, and nice environments, yes please give me more. And while some people are perfectly content just playing the game for these characters and story, it's not the only thing. And I think it's a testament to how good the game is that even though it has such a heavy focus on character and story, I can still fall in love with it purely based on its combat system. And obviously I enjoy these characters, I enjoy their interactions, and I'm certain to watch through and pay attention to all of their stories, but I'm here for the fight and they deliver. And of course, the comedy definitely helps. I love funny blue skeleton man, even when he's a mousepad. But I don't want to rehash the same things you've heard tons of people say about this game. It's so good, you should play it if you haven't already, and if you have, don't kill me, because I'm about to say my favorite ending is genocide, and it's my go-to route when starting a run of the game. Upon further consideration, I love all of the characters and their stories. It is my favourite part. Just waterboarded myself in a cup for that audio. F***ing hell. Oh my fuck.